For me as a poet, kind of growing up with a kind of modernist poetics, there was always this idea that you couldn't have, that contemporary reception was always just horribly compromised by the market. And one definition of modernism for like Colin McCabe was that modernism displaces its readers into the future. Right? You're supposed to produce these difficult works that survive recuperation by the market, but then one day in this imagined future, there's going to be somebody like smart enough and pure enough to read your book. And so a lot of modernist literature is very contemptuous of the reader in the present. And I wanted to move away I wanted to kind of purge myself of those tendencies and imagine a relation to a reader that was more open, to see if that would work.
Do you know the origin of the word sincerity?
It relates to wax. What is it? Or is that the false origin?
That's the false origin, which I found on Wikipedia. You have interesting things to say about Wikipedia. An often repeated folk etymology proposes that sincere is derived from the Latin sine, without, and cera, wax. According to one popular explanation, dishonest sculptors in Rome or Greece would cover flaws in their work with wax to deceive the viewer. Therefore, a sculpture without wax would mean honesty in its perfection. The Oxford English Dictionary states, however, that there is no probability in the old explanation from sine cera, without wax.
It's
interesting.
Yeah, it's nice to have a false etymology about authenticity.
Yeah.
Well, right, but I want, sometimes if a false etymology is compelling enough to lend the word a certain kind of power, I wonder if we should adopt it even at the expense of the historical record.